What's going on, people? Welcome to this week's Flex and Rant show. We saying, man, how you feeling? You good?
Yeah, very good.
Ollie's at the wheel permanently, man. Well, let's get your thoughts on that quick.
Rightly so, bruv. I'm happy. I'm very happy,
Pleased?
man. At the end of the day, he was the only guy that we could have given it to, man. You know what I mean? He's proved himself. Like, I don't really care. When you look at it, man's got one loss in the league since December. Like, we're in April now. Like, who can argue that? Do you know what I'm saying? The only other losses is the cup games. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nah, I'm good. I'm good with Ollie still.
Timing of that good as well, though. Some
Yeah, I
people
think
saying
it's
like
perfect
maybe they
timing.
could have waited, but I don't think
Well,
that.
when people say we should have waited to the end of the season, that's nonsensical, innit? Like, you've got to realise, that there's players that need to sign contracts. They need to know who they're playing for. There's players that need to come in the summer. They need to know who they're playing for. You know what I mean? You can't go and say to a player, yo, like, we want to sign you. We don't know who the manager's going to be, but we want you to come. Because a lot of players will sign depending on who the manager is. Like, they will. It's just that simple. Like, Tony Cruz was speaking to David Moyes, and then LVG came in, and then all of a sudden he didn't come no more. Do you know what I'm saying? So these things do matter.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, how's man going to renew their contracts, if they don't know who the manager's going to be?
Because then they could sign a 5-year deal.
5-year
Manager
deal.
comes in, don't fancy
Next
you.
manager comes in, don't fancy you, you're gone,
Well,
bro.
look what. Well, I know obviously kind of resorted, but you look at the Ozil thing. That's what he did. He signed a big
bumper deal, and then Emery come in
Emery's
and
like,
then
latest, bro. Hold bench. In fact, furthermore, don't even be in the team.
But you see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, it's
like,
true.
they did it at the right time, because when you're bringing in players in the summer, don't think that United are not already talking to these agents. They are.
Yeah.
Like, Ollie's already planning. So because of that, they need to know what's going on.
Another
So
thing-
I think it was brilliant timing.
Ollie said as well, which I liked about his press conference, he said in it, we've identified targets. I want them in by the start of pre-season.
Yeah.
Like they you know what I mean? They're readily open to
We're
that.
not playing games no
Exactly.
more. We're not playing games no more. We are not playing games
So on
no more.
that, so Ollie in, that's great. Let's dive into just the biggest issue of today, really. I know you guys are watching this the day after, but today, the Herrera rumours are strong. First they came out about the PSG thing, and then it kind of got squashed.
Yeah.
But today there's some serious fuel to the fire that he's agreed, 200k a week
Good for him.
with PSG.
Good for him.
Some people saying, how could we let this happen and that? What are you saying about that?
Bruv, them man disgust me, innit? For several reasons. A lot of these men are the same man that were like, right, if Pogba wants to go, he can go. And now they're going to like, Herrera's irreplaceable, bro. Don't get it twisted. Ander Herrera has been a good servant for the club, but most of his career, he hasn't been a starter. He hasn't, innit? That's a fact. He's 30 years old. That's a fact. Do you know what I'm saying? He's an average player that puts in above average performances. Like, that's all he is. Like, man are going on like we're losing Roy Keane. We're not losing Roy Keane. It's a man that can't get nowhere near his international team at 30 years old, and he wanted 170 to 200 grand a week, bro.
I think that's the key there.
You can't legislate
I think
that.
that's the
If
key
you give Ander Herrera 170 grand a week, how much do you give Marcus Rashford?
he's in that position now as well.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Marcus
yeah,
Rashford's only on 70 grand a week at the moment, yeah? So what, if you give him 170, 200, then what do you give Rashford? What, Rashford's going to be on the same money as Ander Herrera? That means you have to give Rashford 300 grand a week.
And it's the age thing as well. I mean, I know Luke Shaw got the big deal,
Yeah.
but there's longevity in that
They
deal.
said
They're
that
giving him a
Luke Shaw got
5-year,
like
120, 130.
120, 130, but
Yeah.
Luke Shaw's a kid, bro.
Exactly.
Luke Shaw can give man another 6-7 years.
Easily.
So it's fine. Ander Herrera, I'm not giving you 170, 200 grand a week. You're 110 grand a week player maximum, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? That's your level.
I think, like you said, Herrera in our midfield has been instrumental in parts of his Man United career. So,
Yes,
because
but as a
I don't
whole,
want people to
Man
think,
ain't started.
because I don't want people to just think like, oh, just because he wants to leave now, you're saying he's shit and that. No, that's not what. I don't think that's what you're saying.
He's not shit at
And
all,
I'm not
but
saying
he's
that.
not the kind of level.
I just think that he's not the
He's
upper
not the
echelon
kind
elite
of level that
and he's
man
30.
need
And he's
to be
30.
challenging for titles starting week in,
and
week
if we want to change how we're playing and kick on to the next level, you want to invest, and I say invest because I don't see Herrera as an investment.
Yeah.
As a squad player,
Yeah.
he'd be a fantastic squad player, and for certain games, which he's proved. But I think his energy is kind of his best attribute.
We
if you
need
think about it.
ballers.
So,
The reason
that's
why
what
our
I'm saying.
midfield struggles, yeah, and man are getting onto Pogba is because we can't keep the ball. Why can we not keep the ball? Because Matic and Herrera, them man can't pass, blood. That's why. That's the real reason. Do you know what I mean? Herrera wins the ball, but he's limited 5-yard passes and that. Matic can't pass at all. He goes sideways and that, and he's slow. We need 2 new midfielders in there with Pogba if we're serious about challenging for the league, bro. We do.
And that's the difference in terms of, okay, you're going to get through against your Bournemouth, your Huddersfields, your Burnleys and stuff like that. You're going to put in good. Even against some of the bigger teams, you might be able to do a job on Hazard to mark him out the game.
In a one-off game, but over the course of the season, 30 games.
And Champions League, like we
you're
saw.
not going to give man that.
He didn't play in the second leg, where he came off very early. Yeah. But in the first leg, we just saw levels.
Verratti and
there was a half-fit Verratti and Marquinhos.
Smoked, man.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Smoked.
So, and I think it was then, even I was like, look, it will do for the Premier League, you know, here and there. But when you really want to kick on, when you really want to, like you say, go to Real Madrid and think we can match Modric.
Bro, it's embarrassing.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't like the way the fans have reacted to this. These men are deluded, yeah?
Not all.
No, but a lot of them. They're deluded.
Have you seen a lot of that online?
Yeah, they're deluded. You don't know the level of the club that we are, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Ander Herrera don't get into the squad of any of our great teams. Nowhere near it, blood. And a man are going on that we're losing some fucking elite player. We're not in it. They're saying... You're the same man complaining, saying, oh, we're penny pinching at United, giving all these dead wood players new deals and that. So hold on. Ed's going to let him go for free because he doesn't want to pay him 200 grand and buy a new player. And then we'll get man saying, oh, but it would have been cheaper to keep him. We can't fucking win, bruv. This is the first time we've got a manager that understands the club with a clear vision, and Ed is clearly going to back him.
And the thing is, what you can't misconstrue with this is, this is not mismanagement of his contract in terms of their sell-on value. Like, he's not gonna get big money. Yeah. Like we're not turning down 80 million
like
or something.
10 million
like. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fellaini or something. We would have got about that for Ander Herrera at his age.
So he let his contract run down, and because he's obviously demanding so much, and maybe we don't know. The conversation could have been, Rants. Oli could have sat down and said, you know what, Ander?
Not could have been.
I can't guarantee you getting in the team next year because we're looking at this guy, and this is how we want our midfield to
got a new deal, because fucking Maureen put pressure on the board to sign him up.
Begged him.
That is why. So clearly, Oli has said to Ed, listen, I'm not really fussed if he stays. He's probably said, you know what, if he accepts the 120, 130, I'll keep him. But if he wants more money, he can go.
Yeah.
Because if Oli sat down with Ed and said, you know what, I really want him, Ed would have given him the money, or there would have been some sort of negotiation. There was no negotiation. So I back Oli and I back Ed with this, blood. This means that Oli's getting another midfielder that's going to start. Do you know what I'm saying? There's bare rumours of there's rumours of Rakitic, blood, being available for 50 million. There's rumours of Tony Cruz. I'm not getting dragged into that bullshit.
I don't want to.
Do you know what I mean? I don't want Tony Cruz. Yeah, I don't want him. But the facts are,
it's like a Schweinsteiger one.
We can get ballers now. The manager is going to get backed, and I think that Ollie's going to do what Sir Alex Ferguson did, and that's recruit smart.
The profile of player will be spot on.
The profile of player will be spot on, Manchester United, we've always had a hard-working physical team, blood. A lot of people forget that. When Arsenal were playing all this sexy football, we used to kick them off the park, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? We did. We used to have industrious, hard-working footballers, We played good football at times, but we had men that could roll up their sleeves and do it. And Ferguson always bought from within the Premier League most of the time, but Dwight York come from within the Premier League.
I'd get rid of Herrera.
Louis Saha, all these men.
Idrissa Gueye or someone like that.
Bro, you get an Ndidi in, you get a Neves in, you know what I mean? You got young Declan Rice as well. I'd get Rice in, the young guy, and then I'd get someone else like an Ndidi or a Neves or something like that. I'd get a ball-playing midfielder like a Neves, and I'd get like a Declan Rice that could break up the play, blood, and then have Pogba in front of them. You're laughing. Like, that's all it takes. Man can go for all these big names, and all these guys in foreign countries that come over here are not guaranteed to do it, blood. You know what I'm saying? Ferguson always bought from the Premier League most of the time. When he spent the big P's, blood, he bought from in.
He did.
Berbatov was from the Premier League. Van Persie was from the Premier League. I told man Saha already. Cole, York, bro, Ferdinand, Carrick, Rooney, all the man that we spent big P's on were from the Premier League already. Do you know what I'm saying?
You want to try them.
Liverpool got Mane from the Premier League, blood. There's certain man, you just know what you're going to get with them, innit? And I think that's the route that we need to take.
Yeah, obviously, it's not a look, there's loads of foreign players who have come and it's worked, but I hear what you're saying in terms of...
But more often than not, you buy from men that are already here and already doing it. Man already know that Ndidi can do it here. Man already know Neves can do it here. He's done it against us.
I think it's important with this Herrera thing to basically... Do you know what? You see how, when with the Valencia thing as well, it was kind of like, okay, you've had your time, you're a great servant, and it's just time. Like, with the Herrera thing, if you stay, you're going to be a good squad player and stuff.
That's
But
it.
if we look at, because we got that little love affection with Herrera in terms of like he's passionate and he always says the right things and he's a leader and stuff like that. Good to have around in the change room maybe, but you can't misplace that for sheer quality
like
and kicking on to the next level.
Bro,
and that is the truth about it.
For
He's not the upper
170
echelon of
to
midfielders.
200
He's
grand
not.
a week to sit on the bench, I'd rather just bring Garner through and let him sit on the
Yeah,
bench.
exactly.
Because man have Fred.
Yeah.
Like Fred's
been sitting on the bench all season.
Fred was our best player against PSG in the second leg, and Fred went to the World Cup, blood. He gets into the Brazil squad. Fred's got way more quality than Ander Herrera. Fred just needs to adapt. Next season, Fred's going to be like a brand new signing. Do you know what I'm saying? Promote Garner. We got him there as well, bro. Man don't need Ander Herrera for 200 grand a week, blood. It's not good money. It's not good business. He's 30 years old.
And that's
Him
what
and
I'm saying.
Matter
There's
are
no
over the hill.
resale,
Get
nothing.
rid of both of them.
Why are we? What I'm saying is, as much as like I said, I've rated Herrera at times of his Man United career. I think
sure.
I'm not taking away from that.
He's been a good servant.
Because you know what happens in videos like this.
Yeah.
People
take
will
little
hit the
clips
comments and go,
like,
and they will take a look, and they will say, "Oh, look at these guys." All of a sudden, Herrera wanted to leave to go to PSG because they're better than Man United. And fuck all that. That's not what this is about.
But man this
is about breaking it down, yeah, and saying, like you're saying, what is the value of keeping Herrera at what? He's getting 200k, I think.
30 years old.
For that long, there's no sell on that. Why should we be the ones to give him that big bumper deal of his last of his career? That's fine. I don't have that on us.
These men are saying...
We're trying to kick on to the next level.
These men are saying keep Herrera on 200 grand a week, but sell Pogba, who's 26. They're like, well, Pogba can go, but Herrera must stay, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, Herrera's leaving the club because he wants more money, and you man ain't got the same energy for Ander Herrera, but Pogba gave one interview, and all of a sudden, you man won his head, bruv. You need to sort your fucking lives out. Pogba, you can't replace him.
That transitions us into
Herrera
the next...
is fucking replaceable, mate.
That transitions us into the next topic, really. The Pogba situation. Now, I know...
and that's what I was
going to say. I wasn't even going to do the whole... Because what they're expecting at home is, oh, Rants loves Pogba.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't even going to come on that tip. I'm actually going to stick with the facts. Let's not do opinion.
Yeah, fuck the opinion.
Ollie's come out
Ollie has
and he's squashed it and basically said, I'm looking to build a team around Pogba, like he's always said.
And he knows it.
And he knows it. And he has been playing deeper recently. One thing we have spoke about, me and you as well, a lot off camera, is Pogba's thing of like the first bit of Ollie's tenure was like he was so far advanced. He was sometimes I literally saw him. Sometimes
like
almost like a striker.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see him playing with the last defender, getting into pockets with Martial, linking up
scoring
very
goals.
high up the pitch, scoring
He's our
goals,
second top scorer for a reason.
I think that when those injuries came, I think that when he was playing with the likes of Pereira in there, McTominay, Fred, it was almost like the guys said to him, or he might have taken it upon himself to go, you know what? Let me play a little bit more reserved, be more disciplined. You know, I remember the Liverpool game, people were clapping him for making last-minute tackles and getting back and stuff. For me, I think we know the bigger picture for Pogba. He's influential and can go and influence the game in a forward way. But I think what he hasn't kind of shaken off, he doesn't. And I think because when Matic came back, looked sluggish off of his injury, Herrera hasn't come back. That same midfield trio hasn't really been there. And I know Pogba against Watford, which we'll talk about the Watford game, there was times where he gave away the ball. He was quite frustrated. And he didn't have a good game. I'm not going to shy away from that. He didn't. Neither did Matic, neither did Herrera. The whole midfield was terrible. Watford won the midfield battle. Yeah. Decore was just blowing through and so was Capoue. But I do feel with Pogba that he slipped off his performance level slightly, but I don't think that's down to him not trying or him being turned by Madrid. I think that has been because of the personnel and who he's been playing with in that time.
Ollie said that Pogba's had to drop back and help out the guys. Luckily for us, he's good enough to do that, bro.
Which he is. He does it for France.
Ollie has acknowledged that Pogba is doing other people's work for them and he's not playing to his strengths because he's sacrificing himself for the team, but man still want to chat shit. So it is what it is. When Pogba's picking up the ball deep off a centre-back and spraying the ball 30 yards, that's not where he should be. But he's doing that for us because he can. Man take him for granted. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm not hearing no slander, bro. I'm not hearing it. Because he goes on international duty and he's oozing and then he comes back. You know what I'm saying? And then man are saying he's off form. It ain't got nothing to do with form. It's because man's surrounded by mediocrity in that midfield. Well, bro.
look at the players he plays with at France.
Matic is
Mbappe,
dead, bro.
You've got... hold on a minute. Let's break it down.
Griezmann.
Go through these players. Mbappe, Griezmann. I know Giroud is Giroud, but he's playing with Kante, what's his face? Matuidi,
bro.
and that ballers. Even if Coman's in there or Martial,
Yeah, this is it.
You know, absolute ballers.
Movement all around him, one touch, everything.
And
boom,
then
boom, boom,
in the midfield of
and then you got Matic and Herrera. That's mediocrity.
And it's easy to say though. Yeah, but he's Paul Pogba, so he should just be able to just.
Somebody said that to me, and someone said, but Scholes and Gerrard, both of them in their best season ain't got Paul Pogba's stats. Facts, bro. They ain't got goals and fucking assists like Paul Pogba in their best season. Gerrard's best season ever for Liverpool ain't got these numbers, blood. Paul Pogba's got forward numbers, bro. Man's one goal behind Romelu Lukaku, bro. Are you mad? Do you see what I'm saying? You're high.
What?
Man wanna chat shit, but the thing is, the numbers don't back up the shit that you're talking, bro. You know what I mean?
The thing I will say is, because I know people think that we agree on absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think it's more the topics we end up talking about on here. Because we don't. Sometimes we speak, obviously me and Rants speak a lot. And there are some things where I'm like, nah, come on, Rants, nah. And he thinks what he thinks. What I do think with the Pogba thing, though, is Zidane knows what he's doing. He's trying to put fuel on the fire, in my opinion. And I think that, to me, I think the longevity of Pogba at Man United, I can't see him staying here for another 5-6 years. I don't see that.
But that's not realistic.
And for me,
no,
it's not.
Think that.
It's not. And
but 3 more years at the club, and then he'll be gone.
Exactly.
I reckon 28,
and
28, 29, he dips.
You look at Real Madrid. You look at Zidane being there as well. It has everything that would attract someone to Pogba. I'm not saying like fuck off, he should go. Like just sell him now. I'm not saying that. But what I do think he can do, he can get better at. For me, and I don't know if you disagree or agree. I think in these interviews, I think he should sometimes though come out and just say, listen, I'm here at Man United and I'm here for the foreseeable. This is because that would just quash it.
You don't need to do that.
I just think.
Man said, I'm happy here.
He
finished the interview by saying, I'm happy here, blood. What more does he have to do? Man are chatting shit, blood. Man are clutching at straws, blood. People say, oh yeah, because he said this, that and the other. But Ander didn't say nothing. He's just gone and signed the thing. You see what I'm saying?
Or has he? We still don't actually know.
No, he has, blood.
But there's a lot of
man
rumors.
are saying, when Duncan
know.
Castle's coming out saying man signed a pre-contract agreement, it's happened, innit, bro? Don't get twisted because these rumors have been going on for a while. My point is, just because Pogba speaks, people want to know Pogba's opinion. People ask Pogba stuff because he's Pogba. No one to give a shit what Ander Herrera thinks. That's why no one asks him. But he still went and signed the fucking thing. So what difference does it make? Like, he's leaving, bruv. And some of you man were screaming, yeah, give him the armband, and now he's gone, blood. You know what I mean? Passionistas, blood. That's what you man are. Fuck the passion. We're Manchester United. I want quality, blood.
There's something for me on a personal tip. I like to see players cut because you know what it is. I get.
Romantic.
No, it's not even romantic. I don't want him to
blood.
come out. No, that's what I'm saying. It's not romance because I don't want him to come out and say I love Manchester United and I want to finish my career here. What I want him to sometimes say...
He said, I'm happy here. What more can I say?
For me, is be more careful with his words. That's how I see it. I see that sometimes he says things that will always be taken out of context because he's Pogba. So, to eradicate that, just come out and say, Zidane is the manager of Real Madrid. That's what he is.
Yeah, but
I'm saying.
Nah.
Because I think that eradicates it.
No, but why should he have to, blood? At the end of the day, as Oli clearly put out, Zidane is a legend in France, one of Pogba's heroes growing up here. He's well respected. He's
not going to disrespect him. He's not going to.
So, he said, you know what? Zidane's an amazing manager. Like, who wouldn't want to play for him? Like, cool. And then he finished the thing saying, I'm a Manchester United player and I'm happy here. But everyone wants to ignore the last bit and play on the other thing. The guy finished the sentence saying, I am happy here. Solskjaer's come out saying that.
Yeah, but is that like saying, I fancy that girl out there and I would cheat, but I've got this one?
Nah, bruv. No, it's not.
Because you can look at it that way.
No, it's not.
It's easy to say. You can put that bit on the end.
No, you can't.
You can put that bit on the end just to satisfy people. You can do that.
Has come out.
I think he's gone in a couple of years.
But who cares,
That's what I think.
Yeah, it's a Cristiano fucking Ronaldo all over again. But I don't give a shit, flex, blood. He's French,
unless
blood.
we say,
he don't owe us nothing.
No, and I'm not blaming him. I wouldn't. Listen, if Pogba went this summer, I wouldn't be like, you snake. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he owes us to stay. I'm just saying.
I think that
I believe he think that is a more attractive proposition to him.
Bro, I think that you fans,
if they test him this year, would he go?
No, he's not going this year, blood. Pogba will go in a couple years, 2-3 years, blood. He's 26 years old. I reckon 28, 29, Pogba goes Real Madrid.
I think a couple of years. I don't think he'll go this summer.
He's a Frenchman, blood. Do you know what I mean? Zidane was his idol. He probably dreamt of playing for Real Madrid at some point in his career.
And then because Zidane's there.
Yeah, and
but that's why I think his head is slightly turned.
It doesn't matter. His head is not turned, bruv. He wants that new deal. He will sign that new deal, and I reckon we'll get another couple years out of him like we got out of Cristiano. You'll stay with us. You'll win something.
How long's he got left?
Then if he wants to leave,
How long's he got left on the deal?
Pogba, he must have 2 years left.
All right,
we'll sign a new deal.
All right, do you think he'll sign a new deal?
Him, Rashford, and De Gea will sign new deals, blood.
I'm not as confident on Pogba.
Well, you don't have to be. I don't really care about that because I know, in terms of marketing, money and all that, all it matters is, Sanchez is on big money. Pogba should be on that piece. So Pogba wants that money, innit? De Gea wants that money. That's all it is.
So you think the right offers on the right money?
They're both signing these deals. That's why Ed is freeing up the wage bill now, getting rid of certain man, blood. About I'm giving under 200. Shut up.
Yeah, that go for that.
This is what's going on, bro. Paul Pogba is staying, bro. Like Solskjaer has come out saying he's a big part of their future. Yeah, he knows this. This is Ollie's words. So that means Ollie sat down with Paul and he said, "Listen, this is the project. You're the main man. You're probably getting the armband next season. I'm going to build the team around you." He's reiterated that in public. Paul Pogba is going nowhere, bruv. Man, don't have to worry about that. Ed Woodward wouldn't even entertain any bids, regardless.
I agree. So, I agree with this summer. He's not going anywhere.
Man don't need to worry about
in a couple
Paul
of years,
Pogba.
though.
I don't care, though. In 2 years, when man's 28, he can leave, blood. I don't care about that. All I know is that Paul Pogba in his prime now, we're going to get that. We're getting prime Pogba. Like, man can have
Which
Pogba
is like what we missed with Ronaldo.
This is it. We done the Ronaldo thing the wrong way round. We had him when he was young, and then we gave him in his prime to Real Madrid. So if man gets the prime Pogba and then he goes to Real Madrid at 28, 20, I don't care, bruv. You see what I'm saying? Because by then, Garner's older, all these other men are older, and we'd already been building for life without PP, blood. But in the meantime, he's a Manchester United player. He's fucking happy, blood. Bear man got energy for Pogba. Where's your energy for Herrera? It's not there, blood. He's an elite player. We don't have many of them. Herrera's fucking replaceable. Pogba ain't going nowhere. We should be happy and looking forward to the summer because we are going to bring in some ballers.
That is the thing. Even away from the Pogba thing and looking at Herrera,
4 or 5
players are going. And like I said, we said at the beginning of this, he wants to.
Where's Matta's new deal? He ain't getting one. Matta gone. Valencia gone. Herrera gone. Darmian gone. Rojo gone. You think we're not going to bring man in?
And we still haven't signed a replacement for Fellaini.
This is it. And we haven't signed Fellaini's replacement. When Ollie does a madness and we bring in 5 man, you man ain't going to be crying no more. Like, because we always back our managers in the first window and the second window. And I've never been more confident that Woodward is going to back Ollie to the hilt.
Do you know what? The fact that they've given him the job now to say whether you get top 4 or whether you don't get top 4, you are our guy. And that is that's the biggest vote of confidence.
There's no stipulation. It's not if we don't make top 4, then you don't get.
Because that was the argument when it was like halfway through him doing well. It was but imagine we don't get top 4. There was a certain cut-off point where it could have been after Paris. When I was like, I don't care, bro. Even if this guy don't get top 4, I've seen enough in this to see the direction that we're going.
Man is getting backed, bro, properly. This is the first time we've got.
Can actually look forward to something.
There was even talks of Mike Phelan being the football director, bro. Like, you know the ones that like.
That could work.
It could work.
But I kind of want him in the dugout, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I think he can still be in the dugout. I don't see why he can't do both. But the bottom line is, it's gonna happen. Man are gonna get backed. We're gonna do a proper overhaul, blood. This is what we're looking for. And he'll probably spend the same 200 million, 250 million. But the difference is he's not gonna waste it like the other man wasted it. He's gonna bring in man that suit his system, suit the way we want to play. And man are gonna be serious next season. I'm very confident that the man that we want to get, we're getting. Because there's no way in hell that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said to Ed Woodward, just let Ander Herrera go. And man ain't got
no chance. It's not going to happen. And with the overhaul that we've got, we know players are coming.
And the way he jettisoned Fellaini just like that. Jettison, new deal, said get out.
Yeah, latest.
So what, you don't think he's got man in his mind already? Behave yourself.
Well, he's already said, you know what was really good to hear? It was so good to hear.
He said he sat down with Joe and fucking Ed Woodward and they've already discussed, man.
Yeah, they have discussed, man. And what was even better to hear was the fact that he said, agents have been on the phone, bro. Agents are trying to sell their players to us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Ollie's saying, hold on a minute. Yeah, we got targets and that, and we might not get top 4 and all that. But listen, this is Man United. Our history alone and our intention and our progression and the way that our approach, and our reputation alone is enough to get man to this football club. And we've had people on the phone saying, Listen, mate, I've got a thing here. He'd love to come over. Was that happening before?
This is it. No,
it wasn't.
Man didn't want to play for him. Man, we're getting turned down by Jerome Boateng. That's what was happening.
Yeah, even dead Jerome Boateng was saying cheers, Joe.
He was like, you know what, bro? I'd rather lie down on my face in Germany, blood. Messi twist, man, he's still on the floor.
That's it. And do you know what? And that's how you got to look at it. I do believe, yeah, you know the bit where you're saying like people want to see who they're playing for and stuff like that. That's why it was a good move. And also, the way that they can see how his management style is. If you're a young player or you're a player, you know, you take a Jadon Sancho or an Odoi or whoever, you're looking at Oli in the press conferences, you're looking at the way we're starting to play again, and you think, that's the guy that I want to play for.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a team that are now starting to do something
Even with
again.
the rumours of the Pogba and everything, every time Oli has a fucking press conference, he comes out and he just puts everything to bed, blood. This is what we need.
That was a good move.
If that was the other guy coming out, it would have been like, oh, this, that, and bare cryptic shit.
Yeah.
Oli just said, nah, straight up here. This is what it is. Paul knows what it is. I know what it is. These man know what it is. The end, blood.
Yeah.
Next, what?
Yeah.
What do you want? What? Players, yeah? We've been speaking to agents. We got man. That's it. Ollie's letting man know what it is.
It's
this is exciting times.
Nice,
Man should be excited.
A manager back again, where like everything he says,
it's just the right thing.
It's the right thing. Like he deals with the media so well, I think Ollie does. And you know, people are trying to do that whole if you don't get top four, will you get anyone? He just slapped down the facts with Man United. This is our reputation. This is where we're looking to go. So I'm saying, and he didn't even have to say the thing about the peas. Yeah, that's just self-explanatory.
But man said, I spoke to Joe, blood. He said, I spoke to Joe Glazer. Yeah. You know what that means? What you're speaking about? Money, blood. That's what man's speaking about. We're gonna splash some peas, bro, and we can get 5 man. I'm telling you, comfortable, and still spend that 200 million, bro. Like,
absolutely,
it's no problem for us.
Right, we ain't even done the comment section yet, but we're not gonna go there right away. We're gonna talk about this. All of the things that Ollie's been doing so far and the way we've been playing has been fantastic. The last 3 games, let's say the last 2 games really, because against Arsenal we wasn't bad.
Arsenal we were alright.
The last 2 games have been very flat. Now, let's talk about the Watford in particular, because if you're thinking about it, it was a dreadful performance. He said it was like a funeral in there afterwards. It was silent, which is a great reaction because no one's in there going, yeah, we got 3 points. They know they played shit. This little last 2 games though, what's going on there? Because we haven't been out. It's knackered.
The man just looked tired. Like Rashford looked revitalised after the international break after having 2 weeks off. He looked a bit more mobile, but them man are tired. But bro, at the end of the day, it's the business end of the season. I don't care about performances.
It's all about points,
I just want to win. I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? I don't care about performances. Man can talk to me about performances next season after Ollie's got his guys in, because he's still playing with Snorin's man. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really worried. Like I don't care. Like I'm not here to analyse performances and all of that shit, bro. Man just want points on the board. Ollie said if we get 18. He said we got 8 games left. If we get 18 to 20 points out of 24, then that's a cool third. That's all I want to see. That's 3 down, blood. You see what I mean? That's all I want to talk about. Man, them talking about irrelevant shit right now, blood. We can play amazing football and lose right now. I'm not trying to lose.
But do you worry that if we don't pick up the performance level, you can't always win like that?
No, because we will grind it out, blood. We showed that we've got the quality. Look, we played against Watford, bruv. The only 2 shots on target we had, man won the game. This is it. So we showed that we've got the quality. Watford had all the shots, well, all the possession. They didn't really have shots because De Gea weren't making saves, but they had all the ball. What did they do with it? We've shown that we're ruthless when it matters, innit? And that's what wins you. That's what wins you points. That's what wins you titles eventually, bro.
Rants. Luke Shaw assist.
Yeah, it was a good pass as well. It was a good pass.
I joke, I just trying to
joke. You know what it is?
Because you know them lot will be saying, what's he going to say now? What's he going to say now?
I spoke about it on my show, on my channel today, bruv. I was like, bruv, at the end of the day, I don't care. Props where props is due. But you, man, the reason why I stick it on you, man, is because you go overboard. That pass that he played there, it was an alright pass. It wasn't amazing, blood. Like, Pogba plays 8 of those a game, blood, and no one says anything. Do you see what I mean?
Didn't in that game.
Yeah, no, he didn't have to because he's playing too deep. Do you know what I mean? But he plays 8 of those a game, bruv. Pogba was pinging crossfield balls and that, like, in that game as well, that are harder passes than that. And man still say he had a shit game. But then man played 1 pass and he's man of the match. You man are embarrassing.
He was good though. No, Luke Shaw was good.
Yeah, he was alright,
Luke Shaw
bro. Our
was
back
good.
3, Apart from Ashley Young, Luke Shaw, Phil Jones, and Chris.
Smalling and Jones were good, very good. They marshalled Deeney, good.
Them three were quality.
Yeah, and obviously Luke Shaw, obviously because he got the assist, it probably bumped him up, and he was trying to
them
force
three were quality. But my point,
there were a lot of fives.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Carrying
My
too many
point
fives
is,
performances.
he is
The back four were the best.
He's an average player that puts in above average performances every now and then. He's on a good run of form, blood. But man, like the thing is, the difference with me, yeah, when man say, oh, there's an agenda against Luke Shaw. You man have an agenda against PP for the facts are, yeah. Like you can give me all your opinions, but you can't find me any numbers or anything to back up your opinions. Everything I say about Luke Shaw, when you look at the heat maps, when you look at where he passes the ball, always inside. That I put up a statistic on my Twitter page. Most past two players were fucking Nemanja Matic, Anthony Martial, all these man's passing inside all the time. He's not going down the outside. That's always been my criticism of him. Stats back that up. Don't get enough assists. Stats back that up. Man's got 6 assists in his whole Premier League career. Robertson got his 9th assist in this season on the same day, blood. That's the levels. So when man's not even probably top 5 left backs in the league, bruv, because if Mendy's fit, he's better than him. Chilwell's better than him. Like Robertson's definitely better.
He's in the top 5.
If he is, then he's 5th.
He's in the top 5.
Do you know what I'm saying? If he's in the top 5, then he's 5th, blood. Do you see what I'm saying? When Manchester United, Patrice Evra wasn't the 5th best left back in the league when we had him. That's my point. So when man are talking like man's Marcelo, blood, he's not Marcelo. Like stop overgassing him, and then we'll be fine, innit? He's a good player. That is it. But we're Manchester United, bruv. I'm not getting my dick out for good, blood. You know, like that. Like,
I don't want to know when you get it out.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's stop there. I don't want to know
like,
when you get
good,
it out.
blood. You know, good, fam.
Right, let's hit out the questions. Matt to you 90 says, would you rather go for a marquee signing as in a Sancho, or spread the cash on names like Neves, Wan-Bissaka?
We're blowing money anyway.
I think we got the money for all.
No, I'm saying like Sancho is English, like he's worth it. It's longevity. We're buying him for 10 years, isn't it? Like he's from here. The good thing about buying English players is they know that we're the biggest club in the country. They're not coming to us to try and get a move to Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? They're coming to stay. So we get Sancho, we're getting our money's worth from that. Wan-Bissaka, we get him, we're getting him for 10 years. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what we need to be doing.
I'll take him tomorrow.
That's what Fergie used to do. We need to start buying
like
young British players and also players that are already in the Premier League that already know levels and know where the best, blood.
We need a
not
proper
trying to go
right
nowhere.
We need a proper
We haven't replaced Gary Neville, blood, till this day, blood.
Yeah, exactly.
Wan-Bissaka does that.
Brendan 0607 says, opinions if United pick up Rabiot to replace Herrera.
There you go. Then man have upgraded. Next. Like, you know, like that. Like, it's calm.
You know what? This is a good one. Because I speak about this a lot. Thoughts on De Gea's kicking the ball up front, even though we never hold the ball. Also on his overall distribution.
Bro, see, this is another thing.
De Gea's distribution
you man
is
ain't
not
got
actually
the
that
same
good.
energy for David De Gea. David De Gea's kicking has been shit for the last 3 years, blood.
Yeah, it has.
And you know why I don't get onto De Gea, yeah? Because I know he's an elite player and I know what he offers.
Yeah.
And that is the same way with Pogba.
And the numbers back that up.
Exactly. And that's the same way with Pogba. The reason why I don't get onto him, when man's playing out of position, and he doesn't have an amazing game is because I know he's a top quality player and he's doing a job for us, blood. That is why. That's why I don't get onto him. I don't get onto De Gea. De Gea's kicking is shambolic. When I watch Alisson distributing the ball, and Edison, them man are at least 3 levels above De Gea when it comes to distribution. De Gea's kicking balls out for throw-ins, blood. All the time. But guess what? I ain't focusing on that.
But when you make as many saves as De Gea does,
this is it.
You look at someone like Lloris, who's throwing away points left,
every
right, and centre.
game, blood.
The real elite level goalies will get you 12 to 15 points a season.
Yep.
If not more.
You
know what I'm saying? And De Gea has done that season after season.
Why
the guy's won Player of the Year, which
kicking,
is bad for the club.
3 times.
There was people trying to argue with me at the time as well. When that just pissed me off actually. When they were saying, "Oh yeah, De Gea deserves it because he's been our best player." Listen. If your keeper's getting the best player of the year, 4 out of the last 5 years,
that shows how bad you man.
You're fucking a shit team.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Ben Foster and them man's supposed to get player of the year.
You know what I'm saying? I saw Casillas at flipping for Real Madrid all them years. Did he ever get the player of the year over Ronaldo? No, he didn't.
Just get the Golden Glove. And
do you know what I'm saying? Did he ever get it over Luis Figo and them kind of man and Raul? No, he didn't. Because it's supposed to be players, but that's a different argument. But on his kicking,
it's
his
terrible.
Kicking, and even away from that though, which is actually a tactic which I think we need to work on. They were doing that a lot. They were hoofing the ball up to Rashford. Loads of times he was just pinging it from goal kicks, pinging it out of his hands. When I looked at Liverpool yesterday against Spurs, they were split, and Alisson will ping it from the goal kick into Robertson or into Trent. and they'll play from there. Like I would like to see us.
Because them man
They
carry
can play.
the ball, blood.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
fullbacks
Yeah, we
don't
haven't got
carry the ball.
that. But pinging it up to Rashford at head height.
It's useless.
It's
blood.
useless.
You do that when you've got Rom.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
this
I
is
do
the
want to
thing.
see us work on that. And
I agree
De Gea
with
does
De
need
Gea's
to work
kicking,
on his.
But again, I
his
don't dwell
his
on
distribution.
I don't dwell on.
Nah, you can't sit there. He
on,
does too
like,
much.
his deficiencies because he's too good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's all it is. But I have acknowledged it. Like I do agree with you 100%. His kicking is very poor.
This is a nice easy one. Next game coming up. Wolves. What do we need to do to change our performance against them so that we win the game? Bearing in mind though, they rested players against Burnley. Because obviously they got the semi-final coming up, and we're even close. I thought that was a bit weird. I thought they would maybe rest now, but they lost against Birmingham. They've only won like one in the last 6. They're struggling in the Premier League a little bit. Obviously, they just beat us in the league in the FA Cup. But
we might have to match their shape, blood, and go with 3 at the back, bruv. We might have to match their shape because they just overran us. So we might have to match.
And they
their
just
shape.
contained it. They sat back, let us have it, and then. But you know, Ollie's right though. If we
we
don't
have to
turn
play
up,
on the front foot.
we don't win.
We can't play this counter-attacking football against them because they're gonna sit back in it. We just need to go out there and blow them away, bruv. I think we'll get the job done. I really do.
At Martin MC 1987 says, what do you make of all the talk of us going back in for Zaha, who we should never have sold in the first place?
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I would take Wilf, but not for the money that he would cost. Do you know what I mean? To make us look like right pricks. So I'll take Jadon. I'll take Jadon Sancho in a heartbeat. Do you know what I mean? But Wilf Zaha, a very good player. We should never let him go. Another big mistake that we would probably regret.
You can see what this summer's going to be, though, the whole Willy Won't with the Sancho thing. You can just tell it's gearing up for that, innit? It's gearing up for the whole way through. This is a good one from Riffmeister. At Riffmeister says, I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but let me ask you, could it be possible that hiring Ollie has saved the owners millions by not buying out another manager's contract?
No.
And secondly, not providing as much funds as they initially intended to?
No. For the simple fact that we always spend money. You know what I mean? You look at it. New manager comes in, we always spend money. This myth, that we don't spend money is annoying, bruv. Mourinho spent 400 million. LVG spent 250. We spend money, bruv.
But Mourinho did that, yeah. But the thing is with that is, you got to remember, Pogba was best part of 100, and
He
Lukaku,
was 90, and
Lukaku wasn't far off. He was
Lukaku
75
was 70.
with the add-ons and that. It's still pretty much nearly.
Bruv,
It's just short of 200 M's.
It doesn't.
So half his money
Bruv.
nearly went on them two.
But whose fault is it? That's not our fault.
Yeah.
It's not our fault that he can't get value for money in the market. Like Pogba was worth 90. Lukaku wasn't worth 70 million, but he paid that. Yeah. Whereas Ollie would get better players than Lukaku for half that money. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
you've got a whole different type of profile.
It's not about how much money we spent. It was how poorly we recruited. Them days are over now. Do you know what I mean? Ollie's gonna identify better man, bring in better man, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? The players we were linked with under fucking Maureen, like Mandzukic and them man, and now Nautovic, we ain't gonna get linked with them dead ballers no more. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be going in for pure quality that's gonna upgrade our team. So if we spend another 250 million in this window, we're getting 4 or 5 players. Bro. Yeah, like we are.
But not if Sancho costs 100 mil.
Sancho ain't gonna cost 100 M's. It might be 100 million euros. Cool, whatever. Do you know what I mean? But say centre back, for instance, a man could get Toby for 25 million, and you've got a world class.
I wonder if they would do that. I would 100% take him. I wonder if you
get
look at Koulibaly or De Ligt or something like. Would they? I don't know.
I'll buy Toby for 1 season, Like I'll ride out a season
for 25 M's.
25 million.
It's peanuts, isn't it?
I'll have him, and then next season I'll spend big money on a centre back. That's what I'll do, because really and truly, our defensive record's not bad. So we do need a centre half, but at the same time, it's not like we need a centre. We need like Koulibaly now, blood. I'll buy Toby now, and then after that, boom, next season I'll spend big, and then next season I'll spend big P's on the centre back. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But the most important thing is
we have to get a centre half. We do have to get one.
We need a midfield, bro. We need a midfield, and we need a right player, and we need a right back. So those have to be the priority. You know what I mean? I'd spend a little money on the centre back if you can get Toby for 25 million. Yeah, cool.
And then keep that to invest heavily
in
the right side.
Invest heavy in the right hand side of the pitch, bro, and the centre of the park.
Last question from our very own Soph. It's very easy. She just said Hudson-Odoi or Sancho.
Sancho, boy.
I'd say Sancho as well, because he's proved
is a wavy baller.
He's proved it.
But one, Chelsea ain't gonna sell to man, because they got the embargo and they can't buy it. Yeah. And 2, Jadon has just got the sauce, and he plays on the right, whereas Callum plays on the left. Bro. Do you know what I mean?
And the thing is with Sancho is, I know they've had 2 very short careers, and you look at Hudson-Odoi, who maybe hasn't, he hasn't had nowhere near as much as opportunity, but Sancho has grasped that with 2 hands, and the numbers Again, if we just
Man,
strip down everything,
he's England's number 7. He needs to be our number 7.
He's killing it, and he can definitely carry that on his back. It's like the perfect signing.
He's England 7. He needs to be our 7. Bro.
We've come to the end of the show. Let's get quick predictions at the end that we always do. So Wolves coming up.
A W, blood. I don't know, bruv. It don't matter. 2-1.
Yeah. 2-1 because we just have to win. Like I said,
we just have to win, bruv, and I think we will.
But we have to win. Listen, big up the socials.
At Rants MUFC on Twitter and Instagram, and obviously head over to the YouTube channel.
You know what it is. Flex UTD on Insta and Twitter. Make sure you guys follow United Stand on all the platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure you guys are doing that. I know you're already subscribed. I'm not even going to tell you to. I know that. Listen, the top 4 race is like hot now. Hot. Spurs. We are glad that they lost. Liverpool, jammy, and Chelsea, jammy. But it just proves though. People are not performing to their ability because the pressure is kicking in. We're a little bit under par. It's all about scraping over the line. Do you think Chelsea would care that they robbed Neil Warnock? Absolutely not. Like, do you know what I'm saying? They will not care that they were offside.
There's
they
like
won't
3
care.
points between second
Arsenal
and
have to
6th
play. Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? So, look, you can afford to kind of draw one, then win the next week. It's going to go down to the wire, guys. But let's just hope that we're on the right end of it. See you guys same time, same place next week. Peace.